Force of genre-bending rock and roll and whatever this is.
I spent a lot of time in the garage, but even more time in the rain and mud. In '95, I helped tow your moving trailer. And in '09, it was sparks from me, your chains, dragging behind your truck that accidentally started a wildfire.
Spark a change, not a wildfire. Visit SmokeyBear.com, brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, this is Ben Badgley, and you are listening to the #1 talk show on college radio, Streamingverse, hosted by Chris and Nina, here on WHCM 88.3 FM,
Palatine, Illinois,
a broadcast station of Harper College and its Board of Trustees.
I can't do it anymore.
I have to tell you. Oh, I'm not sure who I'm turning on now. You're one. I have to remember this on the video. You are one.
I am the one.
You had like the cutest grin on your face listening to Penn Badgley, and all I can I'm like,
I was
he
questioning
just brings
everything.
it out of you.
He does.
It's Penn.
You know, I was having this conversation last night. Okay, I'm just checking who's streaming right now so I don't say anything bad. For someone who I believe didn't believe that I had a radio show, like, because who would ever let me on air, right? So I pulled out my phone and I was like, yeah, we like won, some pretty big awards, like no big deal. And we also, like, Penn Badgley does our intro, and that got their attention real quick. So I was listening to the bloopers because I was playing it for them, and like him being like, wait, and then you being like, no, if you do it like this, and him just like taking notes so politely. It was the cutest thing ever, and it had me questioning everything, really.
It truly was. Like, he was so kind, so sweet, so considerate, and the way he just like. I expected him to be a little. I'm trying to see if I can hear myself. Okay, I'm better now.
I know, I had to turn it up too.
He lit the. When I took the piece of paper away from him and said it's mine now.
Yeah.
He was so kind. Like, he listened to me. He's like, oh, okay. I go, let me read this for. As you said, I directed him.
It was
directed
amazing.
Ben Badgley, but I read it. He goes, oh, okay, I get it now. Not, I know what I'm doing. Not, good guys. We're giving you your 2 seconds. I don't care.
Yeah.
It was so sweet.
It was so sweet. And the fact that he did it at all, because we were kind of lingering there, you know what I mean? We were definitely, because we were just chatting. We weren't waiting for him. We didn't think that would happen.
We thought he was gone.
Yeah.
We went to, for people who haven't heard this. So we went to an event at the Wayfair Theater probably a year ago. A little over a year ago. I'm not sure how long ago
maybe
it was.
It was cold. I remember walking
out.
Yes,
it was cold. Yeah.
And I had my jacket in my hands because I was like, woo. I was had adrenaline pumping from what just happened.
But so we went to the event, and it was his movie that he was in, Greetings from Tim Buckley.
Yes.
And we wanted to ask him to read the station ID for us, but at the same time, it was such a serious topic that he talked about afterwards for the Q&A.
Yeah.
And we're like, it wouldn't be appropriate. We shouldn't do this. And so we didn't. And we just sat in our seats chatting with each other.
Yeah. About, I don't even know.
And then all of a sudden, Penn Badgley's right in front of me.
Yeah.
And I stand up like, hi.
Well, I think I started talking. I was like, and then you just took over because you were like, if we by chance run into him, you should be the one to say it.
Yes, right.
And then I just could not get any words out. And then you were like, can you please?
Would you please do this? And he's like, yeah, I'd love to. I don't know if he said I'd love to, but he definitely said yes.
No, he definitely did.
And
he was very excited.
He was so excited. He goes, but can you hold on a minute? We got to film this, and then I'll be right back.
And they did the AMC Nicole Kidman thing.
Yes. Yep.
And
I think it was on TikTok, or was it on Instagram?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
And so then he was done, and he came back, and he this is my favorite part, because you were just like questioning your reality at this point. So the three of us, because we were with our producer at the time, three of us are sitting next to each other in one row in a movie theater seats. Penn gets in the row in front of us, turns around so he's facing us, so he is like inches from Nina's face.
Yeah, and
Hi,
yeah,
how can I help you? What do what do you need me to do?
yeah. And we're recording it on my phone on like the Memos app, right? And so he like leaned in to like, talking to my phone. And so he's like breathing on my hand and it was warm. And then he kept like kind of like looking up at me to like, am I doing this right?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God. Like, might have to have a discussion with my parents after this.
And even though I was definitely flustered as well, for some
Yeah.
reason I had it with me to go, oh, no, that's not right.
Yeah, no,
This is how you read it.
you were like so cool about it. And I was just like, oh my God, what's happening? Because at first, like, when we heard about the event, I was like, oh my God, I'll be fine. Like,
Right. Yeah, it's a man.
It's
I
a
don't even know
man.
men's names.
right. Like, I don't care. And then he came out and I was like, oh, whoa. I was speechless, literally speechless. So yeah, I guess welcome to Streamingverse.
Yeah, I don't think we said that.
I don't think we said that.
You're listening to Streamingverse here on WHCM with Nina and Chris. The thoughts and ideas are our own and not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its Board of Trustees.
You can catch us on YouTube at the Harper Radio channel. We are live, and you can catch up on our previous shows there as well. And comment and interact with us. It's a lot of fun. We have 6 people watching right now. It's very fun. And we have a lot of comments. So do we want to start with that, or?
Yeah, start with the comments. I've got comments
Okay.
too. I've got text messages, so
Oh
we
my
can
gosh,
share that
okay.
as well.
We've got a lot going on. Okay, Erin said Penn Badgley alleviated her symptoms, which couldn't agree more. Deegan has been watching Star Wars A New Hope and Me Before You. That is a crazy combo right there. And I did see his review on Letterboxd of Me Before You, and he said that they played a specific artist. And I just forgot what the artist was.
Oh, jeez.
So that's cool. My mom said she's been watching The Crown, and she's also been reading the official companion book, which is very interesting. We found it at a library sale for her, and it basically like explains historically what was going on at the time, and then you watch the episode.
So do you understand then like what was going on that they don't necessarily show on the show?
Yeah, and like what they dramatize. There's the word. There it is. Good job, Nina. And like stuff like that. I haven't seen The Crown or read the book, but this is just what my mom's been telling me. So she'll read it, and then she'll tell my dad because he always wants to know about what she's reading. And then they'll watch the it's the 1975. Thank you, Deegan. I should have known. And then they'll watch the episode together. Erin has been watching season 2 of Dark Winds. 2 episodes to go. I'm not familiar with that.
That was on, well, it still is on AMC Plus. It's one of the shows that's now on Netflix, because we talked about, Erin and I talked about it a couple weeks ago. There are a bunch of shows that are on AMC Plus that are on Netflix now, and it's a way to get more viewerships for Netflix, and of course then drive them over to AMC Plus.
It's funny because I will be touching on that. It's in my notes. And also, Erin is watching Only Murders in the Building, which is a fantastic show. My mom and I love that show.
Nice.
So, yeah. What have you been streaming, Chris?
Well, first, I have a list as well. So
Okay.
Chastity,
Oh, that's right.
her and Ben, her husband, they're getting ready for football. They've been streaming football, and it starts tonight. So that might be
Alright.
the one that Taylor's showing up for. I have no idea.
If it's in Chicago, I'm going to be so mad.
They're not here. There's no way the Chiefs are
Okay.
here. We would hear about it.
Yeah,
would
no,
hear.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're so right. And I would be there, so. Oh my gosh, my dad texted me. He said Star Trek Discovery. Sorry, I don't know where he is right now. He's like
Out in the ether
Yeah.
right now.
So I don't know what time zone he's in, but he's been watching Star Trek Discovery, which I heard a lot about.
Star Trek, yes.
Yeah.
Me, what have I been streaming? I finished Umbrella Academy.
Okay. What'd you think?
I am bummed it's over.
Yeah.
I'm also happy it's over because it seems like there's something wrong with the last season of everything. It's like... All right, let me backtrack here. So I was listening to something Kevin Smith said recently. Kevin Smith is, a writer and director.
Yeah.
He did, Clerks and Mallrats and all that fun stuff.
I think I've heard the name.
And actually has a movie out right now called 4:30, which is kind of autobiographical. It's about himself.
Nice.
So he said something like he used to trash things he didn't like. And now he's like, there's something good in everything. So I'm trying to have that view when I talk about things. Not that I've ever really trashed things completely. Just like, I don't like this. I don't like this.
We did have a Grey's Anatomy moment for a while.
Oh, yeah,
there.
we did. Yeah. So we stopped talking about it because we wanted to stop trashing it.
Yeah, or we just wanted to stop watching it.
One of the two. So Umbrella Academy, I really do like Umbrella Academy. I, of course, never read the comics. I say it, of course, like everyone knows that.
Obviously.
But there's things where it's just the storylines were muddy. There was things about it where it's like I wanted more information on that, and there was big gaping holes they didn't address. And I do understand there was a writer's strike. I do understand that there's issues. And I do understand there's probably a good chance that they didn't find out they were going to be canceled until a certain point in this process. I almost wish... Honestly, every show was Ted Lasso in terms of that they knew what the whole story arc would be.
Right.
And so I'm just disappointed that it's like that it's a show that everyone loved, and now we look at it as a show with holes in it.
Right.
And it's just sad. It would just be nicer to either give these people time to write something decent quality, or maybe make the show the show creators and writers more accountable when they are pitching these shows. Like, what's going to be your ending? Because if you get a following, they are going to remember the poor ending forever.
Yeah. That's so accurate. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm getting... And so many TV shows end that way. And it's so disappointing because you want to love it as a whole, but then it's always, but the last season.
Right. Even Sense8, which I love, because it was canceled and the fans made a big deal. They got a 2.5 hour season, series finale. And that was kind of rushed and muddled. And it's like, it would just be nice if they go, okay, we're going to give it to you, but we're now going to give you 6 extra months to rate it. So it's good. And we feel good about it. That's one of the things I'm disappointed in is there's rumors right now, and I don't know if it's true, but I believe it is, that Ted Lasso might come back for season 4. And I'm like, no, it ended perfect.
Right.
Now, if they came back with a spinoff, I'd be fine with it.
Right.
But Ted Lasso's over.
Yeah.
That story arc is ended. It's perfect. Please, let's not mess with that.
Yeah. There's, oh my God, I can't even think about this because I'm so excited about it. I will explode and die. But Tahereh Mafi, the author of Shatter Me, the Shatter Me series that I love so much, it's a book series, announced that she's doing a spin-off series that takes place 10 years after from the point of view of a character that was in the books, but we didn't really see a lot of him because he was a kid. He was probably 10 years old. And I'm so excited because that means we'll get little snippets of the characters again, but I'm also terrified because if they pull anything, I'm going to be so upset. Okay. Anyways, I'm not talking about that because it's not happening because it's coming out next year and I can't think about it because I will combust. My dad, you're going to be excited about this one. My dad has been watching Bad Monkey on Peacock.
No. Well, Bad Monkey's on Apple Plus.
Okay.
But other than that, I'm happy.
Yeah, he just said on Peacock. So, and I knew it was on. I just blindly read that.
I just have to say it properly for all of our listeners and viewers, so they know where to find it.
Yes,
we don't need them being confused.
Yeah, we don't need any false information being spread around. And I just got a text from Susanna saying I'm watching the football game for Taylor right now. I will send you any updates if she's on screen. Perfect. Thank you so much. So you'll hear it too. Okay. going back on what you guys were saying about AMC,
Mm-hmm.
not a movie, oh my god, series that I've been wanting to watch forever that has been on like my like watch list, I guess, for ages is Kevin Can
Yes.
himself. Yeah.
Yep.
And I never knew where I could watch it, although, you know, I could watch it on AMC. I'm an idiot now thinking about that. But it's on Netflix, and it's Annie Murphy, I believe, from Schitt's Creek.
Go on.
From the TV show.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Sorry. I just heard you said it properly, but my
Oh my
brain
God.
went, oh,
Chris.
that's right.
Chris,
I know.
you just scared me so bad.
I scared myself. Okay. My mic. Did she just say that? I was like, oh yeah, that's right. It's a show. It's
the
fine.
name of the show.
I know.
It's the last name.
I know.
Okay.
No. It just at first when I heard it, my brain
know.
was like.
I know, because I did it too. And then I looked at you, and okay. Anyways,
Yes, you're fine. Go on.
everything's cool, guys. It's cool. But it reminds me of WandaVision, which it's not nearly as good as WandaVision, because nothing will be.
The Kevin one?
Yeah. I know.
That I wouldn't have loved that.
I wouldn't have either. I went in not knowing who it was. I was just like, oh, Annie's in it. Like, I would love to see it, because her character Alexis is so funny. And I was talking to my dad about it, and he was like, oh, well, isn't it weird, like, you know, disconnecting her from Alexis because she's so good in that role? And I was just like, actually, I didn't even think about that. Like, she's so good in this. Basically, it's like super sitcom-y. Like, there's like a live studio audience, like laughter, when she's in the room with her husband. And then the second she leaves, it's like dark, and it like the laughter stops, and it like zooms in on her, and she's in a very unhappy marriage, and it's very obvious because the man Kevin is terrible.
Okay.
Hence the name. And it's just kind of her trying to find a life outside of her husband and gain like this independence. But it was so like jarring, the first like switch it made. And I hate that I'm noticing this because it's so film school of me, but like the cuts are super weird.
Oh yeah, you would notice that. That makes sense.
They're super weird, and they're kind of out of nowhere, and I'm like, okay. But I think like it can be forgiven because the show is kind of like very like, wait, what just happened? You know what I mean?
It's intentional. It's
Yeah.
not right. Yeah.
I think so. Wow, we have a lot of comments.
Well, how about before we take those comments, we take a quick break.
Yep.
And we're going to play a couple of Harper College messages, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Hey, we are the band Joywave, and you are listening to 88.3 WHCM Harper Radio. Radio done differently.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
are you ready for your Wednesday night routine?
it's the J&J Etc. Show.
We will fill your heads with sports, trivia, entertaining, and informative guests.
Wow. And of course, the Freak of the Week.
Ah, for crying out loud.
Tune in Wednesday nights from 7 to 9 p.m. on your 100-watt Circle of Friends, 88.3 FM, WHCM.
I like my circle small.
Or stream us live around the world at harperradio.com. We have faces for radio, but you can also catch us on YouTube Live from time to time.
Wait, Jarrett, we want to entertain our listeners, not scare them away.
But Joel, this is Harper Radio. Radio done differently.
I see you, weary human, carrying the loads of modern life and longing to relieve some stress. Allow me to help. Well, hi. It is I, the Groove Machine itself, and I invite you to come along so that I can share with you my essence. Tune into the Group Machine every Tuesday from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. on WHCM 88.3 FM. I'll be waiting.
We're all looking for something.
To expand our creativity,
to hone our skills, to find a place among our peers.
With over 100 programs to choose from, find it with Harper College.
Harper College allows its students to go at their own pace with accredited online and in-person classes.
with expert faculty
and a thriving student body at your fingertips.
The skies are the limit.
Visit harpercollege.edu to get started today.
This is WHCM 88.3 FM, radio done with flavor and spice.
That was crazy.
Flavor and spice. Well, we used to have a show, Sweet and Salty.
That's true.
So that makes sense. That, you know, I can go with that. All right, we are back with at WHCM 88.3 FM with Streaming Verse with Nina and Chris. Have I said everything? I think I have.
Yeah, I'm not laughing at you. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Laughing
You
at
can laugh
Aaron.
all you want. And just a reminder that the thoughts and ideas presented on the show are our own and not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its Board of Trustees. And we're back. We're going over the comments in YouTube. So just a reminder, you can listen to us locally at 88.3 FM. You can stream us on harperradio.com, and you can go to YouTube Live, look for the Harper Radio channel, and comment. Let us know what you've been streaming.
Yeah. So in the comments right now, Aaron and Deegan are like besties. Aaron said she watched 3 episodes of the final season of Umbrella Academy, and it already seems off the rails. Then Deegan said, Succession, thank you, luckily ended on its own terms and had a banging end. Okay. Then Aaron said, still need to watch Succession. God, that is so hard for me to say.
Succession, yeah.
Lots of people have been recommending it to me. Then Deegan said, it's so good. Then Aaron said, nice PSA, Chris.
I got the PSAs. Chastity did also chime in and said, yes, Taylor has already been on TV with the Chiefs and the Ravens.
I don't know what that is, but cool.
2 teams. Like, one's a bird, one's a chief.
I read Edgar Allan Poe. I know.
I know. I know I was being silly, too. But I did want to say I was, of course, watching TMZ.
Course.
As I always stream TMZ. And apparently there is a 28-second NFL commercial. And Taylor's in it 5 or 6 times. And people are mad. And it's like, but it's not Taylor. It's NFL. It's like, okay, we've got it. We've got the rights to all this. We're putting that's the only thing I think could break them up. Not literally, but the fact that her going to games means they have the rights to her image while she's at the games.
Yeah.
And she is so protective of her property, her rights, that could be a questionable thing.
Yeah.
Especially long term. So if they end up getting, married or anything like that, I wonder if she might not sign her own contract with the NFL.
Yeah.
About how much they can show her or because I mean, it's it's up to them. That's great, but people are complaining about her when it's not her fault. It's the NFL's fault.
No, literally, I don't understand the Taylor. Well, I've never understood the Taylor hate because I've been a massive Taylor Swift fan. So call me biased, but honestly, don't, because she's a good person. I don't know her personally yet. Someone please make that happen. But she just seems like such a sweet person, and they just want to tear her down for everything.
Right. Even when she has nothing to do with it.
Right. Like she literally before Reputation, when she took a break before she released Reputation, people would make stuff about. Can I speak? I cannot speak today. People would make stuff up about her, and then she'd be in the news every week, and she hadn't done anything for so long. Literally, she was chilling at her house with her cats.
Right.
And everyone's like, oh my God, did you hear she did this? Oh my God, I hate her for doing that. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it's a bit much.
Okay, guys.
Although, the one the thing that she's doing, and I don't know if you've heard about this, Caroline, she's actually writing up football plays.
Yes.
And I'm like, could you stay in your lane, please? Please don't. Just don't. Because, and this is just my opinion, but people like study this and do this for years.
Yeah.
And she might be doing it for fun, because I could see that. And actually on TMZ, they were joking around saying, yeah, she's going to write a play, and then all of a sudden the Chiefs are going to like start dancing and doing stuff.
It's going to be like a musical.
Gonna be her, right. It's going to be like from what was that show? Glee.
Yes.
It's going to be something from that.
Oh, God.
But it's, and maybe it is, but right now, the way they're talking about it, the way it gets brought up, it's like, oh, yeah, she's definitely writing plays, but we haven't used any of them yet. I'm like, stop saying that. Just let's stop talking about that.
Honestly, she's probably just using it to like understand the game. Because I would.
And that's fine. That makes sense. But the way there's, and Travis has said it, and so has Patrick Mahomes. They both said that she's writing plays. It's like, please, let's stop this.
I know. I was like, girl, do not start coaching football now. Like, I can't.
Right.
I can't pretend to like it that much.
Oh my gosh. It's already 7:30.
All right.
I'm just going to say it. You're listening to WHCM 88.3 FM, Palatine, Illinois, a broadcast station of Harper College and its Board of Trustees. I just let you know about our thoughts and ideas are our own, so I'm not going to tell you again. But remember, they are ours. Nobody else's. I didn't realize how far we went over.
I didn't either. Oh, my God. Okay, well, did you want to talk about your off topic?
Sure. Okay. All right.
Go team.
I'm so excited. So, as you guys might know, and I will share it with the world here in a moment, my son's birthday was yesterday. Mm-hmm. So 30 years ago yesterday, I gave birth to a little baby boy. And of course, being that Streamingverse has always been in my blood to some degree, I brought the movie Beetlejuice to watch while I was giving birth. So there are points where I'm in pain and like, and all of a sudden I start laughing because Winona Ryder says something about Otho. And so that's the movie I watched because I knew I could listen to it and not have to watch it, and I would know everything that's going on.
Yeah.
So fast forward to yesterday, and Beetlejuice was coming out, and I was looking because I wanted to see it because I have a lot going on this weekend. I didn't know if I'd be able to see it this weekend, and then I found it was playing on my son's birthday. And I thought, what a great way to celebrate my son and make it all about me at the same time.
As you should.
By watching Beetlejuice, which I loved. But I was so upset. So there's two things I want to talk about with this movie. Two separate topics. Okay. First one is it's getting bad reviews, basically saying it's not as good as the first one. They shouldn't have done this. And yeah, there's definitely some moments where they are basically playing to the audience that loves them.
Right.
Which I get. I saw the Veronica Mars movie, same thing. Mm-hmm. It was written for the fans. The Matrix, the last one, was written for the fans. There's a lot of movies out there that are written. It's almost like a love letter is the best way to think about it. And to a large degree, I think that's what Beetlejuice is. Mm-hmm. So if you liked the first Beetlejuice, go see it. It is funny. It is interesting. Yes, it's not great. There's moments where I'm like, why are they having this dialogue? I really think I need to like meet people and become like a script doctor because I'm like watching this stuff going, no, this is wrong. It's probably like a field I should like think about getting into sooner than later.
No, for real.
So, I had a good time and I really enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. Okay, now the second part.
Okay.
I have to share my weird little story.
Okay.
So I know I told this to someone. It wasn't Nick either. So I know I told someone this story. When I was young and probably junior high, I don't know, 12 years old, something like that, I listened to the radio a lot. Shocker. And I used to call DJs all the time, like requesting songs. Again, shocker, you know.
That's crazy.
I was like always the kid listening to the radio dramas. I mean, I loved all this stuff. Again, yeah, shocker. And I remember there was this song called MacArthur Park.
Okay.
And the 70s were big on ballads.
Right.
So the Rolling Stones actually had an album called Sucking in the 70s because it's like, well, it was not the time of rock and roll. It was,
Got it.
And if they weren't doing ballads, you weren't doing well. It was
Right.
country rock and ballads. So there's this song called MacArthur Park, and it's written by Jimmy Webb, who is actually very talented, but I've always disliked this song with a passion. I don't know why I'm triggered by it, but I am. But basically, it's actually kind of true because he was sitting in MacArthur Park, and these are the things he saw, and he wrote them all down for the song.
Oh, okay.
Someone left a cake out in the rain. I don't think that I can take it because it took so long to make it, and I'll never have that recipe again. I mean, it's like, why? I don't care about the yellow icing. I don't care about the green icing. I don't care what. Yeah, so it's this ballad. I could actually sing it, but those are the lyrics. Like,
how creative.
Right. And I'm like, I don't care. I do not like this song. I cannot stand this song. So one day, like, I was being picked up. I think it was a Girl Scout thing, and one of the dads was driving. And I'm in the back seat, and I think the song came on. I'm like, I cannot stand this song.
Yeah.
And the girl next to me was like, shh, he's a DJ. And I'm like, so?
What?
Why can't I have an opinion and dislike the song with a passion? Because I do dislike the song with a passion.
Yeah.
Until yesterday.
What?
It's in Beetlejuice. So.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
This is so funny. So I'm watching this, and they start playing it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, the song I dislike more than any song in the universe is being played. But then, just like the original, you know how, have you seen the original Beetlejuice?
Oh my God, a million times.
Right. So, you know, they do the musical thing where people are singing. So it's kind of the same where Beetlejuice is making them all, you know, right. So they're all singing the song, and it's just so absurd. I just started cracking up. Like, I couldn't stop laughing because I'm just like, okay, all right, this is the only instance where I'm going to be okay with this song. But they're all singing this song. But because the song's so absurd and the scene was so absurd, it was perfect together.
Yeah.
And I haven't looked it up yet because I've been really busy today, but I am convinced that somebody picked this because of their dislike of the song. And I have to confirm this. I haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you haven't heard the song MacArthur Park and you want to know how horrible it is, the first person who did it was Richard Harris. Yes, that Richard Harris who ended up becoming Dumbledore in the Harry Potter movies.
Oh.
The second person was Donna Summer, who did more like the disco version, and that's the one they used in the movie. And I just was cracking up, and I didn't look around, but I was convinced I was the only one who was dying laughing at that point.
That's amazing. You like manifested that.
I think I did, because I still don't remember who I told, but I know I've told this story to someone recently. So I'm going to trip across them at some point and go, yeah, now I'm okay with it. I still don't want to hear it on the radio, but I'm fine with it in the movie.
Yeah.
So that was my totally off-topic that I wanted to share.
I love it.
It's just like,
I love that. That's crazy. That's like full circle moment.
It really is.
That's, wow. That's magical. Beetlejuice, man. Beetlejuice.
And again, I was also there because it's my son's birthday. So I'm also having a full circle with my son, you know.
Right, exactly.
And a full circle with the movie, the song.
This is crazy. You need to write a letter. Beetlejuice.
Exactly.
Be like, this song is the worst, but it's amazing.
I allow this.
It's fine with me now, but that's incredible. Yeah, well, I was bringing these books home because I finished them. So I guess I'll talk about them.
Okay, let's hear.
Okay. For those of you watching, you can see House of Flame and Shadow. She is gorgeous. It is written by Sarah J. Maas. She's a thick girl, you know. She's
it's a big book. How many pages is that?
Let's see. Oh, but she's so pretty. Okay, sorry.
And for people who can't see, I actually think she's talking about the book being She's So Pretty, not actually a female.
No, I am talking about the book, yeah.
That's what I mean, yeah.
Yeah. 838 pages. The book is, sorry. All of my books, I'm like, oh my God, she's so pretty. Look at her. Like, look at her go. She looks so good. Yeah, I hype up my books all the time. Okay.
It gives them self-esteem, positive self-esteem about themselves.
Well, yeah, they need that. You know, everyone does. I have never cried so hard when reading a book in my entire life. And I cry over everything, okay? Like, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. When I say, like, I was sobbing, I don't mean, like, texting, like, oh, my God, I'm crying, haha, LOL. And, like, not having, like, no. I was sobbing, hyperventilating. My dad walked in at one point and was like, oh, my God, what's wrong? And I was like, chapter 90 in the book. No, chapter 91, if you know, you know. Oh, my God. And I was like, I have this much to go, right? So, like, a little chunk left. And I'm, like, sobbing, and he's like, maybe you should take a break. And I'm like, no, I have to know what happens. Oh, my God. So, okay, I'm not going to, like, spoil it completely.
Okay.
Because this is the third
Baby
book.
spoiler?
Baby spoiler, yeah. This is the third book in the Crescent City series, which is not completed yet. The next book comes out, I don't know, and it's killing me. I don't want to talk about it. But Sarah J. Maas has released God knows how many books. There's only one book of hers that I did not own until yesterday. I found it at a used bookstore, and I was so excited. One book of hers that I have not read.
Okay.
But this book, this series is the Sarah J. Maas cinematic universe crossover of the millennia. Like, oh my God. I love her stuff so much. Like, I started reading the first series she, well, not the first one she has, but like the first one I read, I started in high school. And,
oh, wow.
It's fantasy romance, of course, because something's got to keep my attention. But I'm going to looking at my review now because I was writing notes like as I was reading. So it's probably the longest review I've ever had, and it's crazy.
I'm ready.
Okay. Also, a lot of it's kind of embarrassing, so I'm not going to read it. Okay, minor spoiler. So if you plan on reading anything in the Sarah J. Maas universe, that is crazy. Just come back in 1 second, okay? Okay. Reading about ACOTAR characters, no matter how brief, brought me so much joy. Oh, and then I go off about how I feel about Nesta for another paragraph. So never mind, I'm not really going to read that.
Okay.
Oh. When Az was talking Nesta down to take the mask off, major chef's kiss. I screamed. I did indeed scream. Then there's another note. Not Nesta eating cake with Bryce's parents. She's so me. Then we have, in all caps, Reese and Randall being bestie dads. Are you kidding? I'm melting. Then I entertained myself with these. Also, the fact that Bryce is so powerful, she just took the mask off. Like, you're insane. You're so insane. I love you. Kill me, please. Okay. Then, okay, I'm not going to say that on the radio.
Thank you.
Not going to say that either. Sarah J. Maas, you are so cruel, and I adore you for it. Quote, through love, all is possible, and just, like, a key smash for, like, a page and a half. Okay. That's major spoiler, not gonna say that. So basically, I had a major meltdown reading this book, and it is probably my favorite book ever. I want to write characters and stories the way that she does because it absolutely destroys me as a human being, and they're all I think about every single day of my life. I wake up and think, I wonder how Bryce and Hunt are doing today. I hope they have a great day. That's what I think about. They're not real. I want to make people like literally sob the way I did because it's so good. So yeah.
That's good motivation though.
It is, but
I mean, yeah, I like that.
I mean, it's not possible because like this is insane. Oh my God, Chris, Susanna sent me a video of her sobbing after she had finished it. Mm-hmm. So then in turn, I sent her videos of me reading it and like sobbing. And then at one point I went downstairs to go get myself a piece of cake because I was so sad, because I was going through the trenches. Okay, I'm still sobbing. I put the book down and I'm sobbing, and I'm cutting myself cake, and it was all dark downstairs because my parents asked me if I wanted to play a game with them, and I said no because I was reading. And then they just disappeared and I didn't know where they were. So then I was like sobbing, and then my dad comes down and he's like, Nina, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. I just came down for a piece of cake because I'm sad, and then nobody was here. And he's like, oh my God. And then Deegan was on FaceTime with friends, and I walked in because he saw me, and he's like, what is going on with you? And I walked in, and he was like, what? Who died? And I was like, the book. Like, oh my God. It's so, oh my God, it's so well done. And if you haven't read anything by Sarah J. Maas, I recommend it 1000%. You can borrow my books. Like, please. She's so good.
But is that one a standalone, or that's part of a series?
So, okay. The reading order on all of her books are kind of crazy because she has one standalone, and that's the one I haven't read.
Okay.
Because it's like a DC superhero book, which I'm like, how did you get in that? Okay, whatever.
Wow.
I'm still going to read it, and it's about Catwoman, so I'm probably going to love it. So she has 3 series. She has Throne of Glass, which is a completed series.
Mm-hmm.
She has A Court of Thorns and Roses, which is not done yet. When is the next book coming out? I need to know. And then she has Crescent City. The way I would read it, I would recommend reading it. This is not how I read it. I would recommend reading A Court of Thorns and Roses, even though it's not complete and you will die inside waiting for the next book. Then I would read Throne of Glass, and you have to read the prequel, Assassin's Blade, in between Crown of Midnight and Heir of Fire. So in between the second and the third book, because that's where I think it hits the best. Because you have fallen in love with the main character, okay? Chris is making fun of me.
No, I'm thinking you need to put this diagram together and like post it on our social media.
Oh, I'll do it.
Yeah, seriously, you need to post this on the Streamingverse social media. Okay.
Done. And then you go into Crescent City, because Crescent City is kind of like completing like the circle, and you're like, oh my god, everything's connected, and God is real. Not really, but like in these books, which is
a higher power exists.
Yes, because I'm like, there's no way that this woman, I love her so much. And if she ever comes to town for a book signing, I'm buying all of the tickets so that I can get every single book signed, because I have multiple copies of each book based on printing and edition.
Mm-hmm.
It's bad. I have 2 Sarah J. Maas shelves on my bookshelf. Like full shelves.
I believe it. Have you reread them?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've read A Court of Thorns and Roses series twice, which I first read it when I was in high school, and so I didn't remember anything. Like that over my head.
Mm-hmm.
And I plan on rereading the Throne of Glass series again this year, because it's so good, and that like made me fall in love with reading again.
Oh, good. Yeah.
But Aelin Galanthus and Rowan, I could cry. I'm not going to. I could.
Well, instead of crying, why don't we take a break?
Thank God.
You're listening to WHCM. This is Streamingverse with Nina and Chris, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Hey, you're listening to WHCM.
Is that your radio voice?
It is now.
You gotta work on your country accent.
WHCM.
That's a little better, actually.
I'm on a Netflix trip here on my phone, but who I am is in these episodes. So don't you tell me that it's just a show.
Do you love watching movies?
Do you use TV shows as an escape?
Well, you're not alone.
Take a break from your binge watching and tune into Streamingverse with Chris and Nina,
where we talk about all things streaming.
Thursdays at 7 p.m. here on WHCM Harper Radio.
It's not that I didn't want to get a degree, but the circumstances and finances just didn't work out at the time. Now I have a job and kids, and fitting in a class on top of that sounds nearly impossible. Maybe it's just too late.
It's never too late to get a degree, Laura, and fitting classes between your responsibilities may be easier than you think. Harper welcomes adult students and offers an adult learning information session to present your options for courses, certificates, and degree programs that fit in your busy schedule. Learn more on the Harper College
Standing
website.
at the edge of a rocky shore, you breathe in the cool, salty air, watching the sun disappear on the horizon. Across the globe, someone begins their day along a sandy beach, listening to the rhythm of the crashing waves. You each envision a world beneath the water, vibrant life in every imaginable form. Now, imagine it's all gone. What was once a place of wonder and beauty is now a dull, lifeless wasteland. Food, jobs, medicine, all gifts from the ocean, all gone. Time is running out to protect our oceans, and without our love, everything the oceans provide can and will disappear. It's our choice. Love it or lose it. Help protect our oceans. Visit World Wildlife Fund at wwf.org/love.
Hi, we're Maddie and Sam from Winnetka Bowling League. You're listening to WHCM 88.3 FM, Palatine, Illinois.
Caroline, are you the smart one on the show? What love it and leave it, or
see how it is?
Are those idioms? Are those platitudes? I forget what they're called. But either way, it's like there's simple phrases that keep getting, like that whole last PSA was just little snippets of things that already existed. It's like they took a bunch, love it or leave it, and I forget the other ones that she used, but they were kind of like, ugh.
From my memory, an idiom is a group of words, a saying, it's all from my mind, or a phrase with a symbolic rather than literal meaning that is accepted into common usage. For instance,
love it or leave it?
No, over the line.
I think love it or leave it would count.
I think so.
I think what she said counts as idioms. Yeah. But we scared Caroline. So, unbeknownst to Nina and myself.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, you're listening to WHCM, and this is Streaming Verse with Nina and Chris. We are back from our PSAs.
Oh, yeah.
And one of them was our show promo, which we have vowed to update within the next...
We're going to do it.
Like by the end of the month.
Oh, don't give me a timeline.
It's only the beginning of
I know.
No, we both have to do it. It's on both of us.
No, we're doing it.
And as soon as it came on, we both screamed and pulled our headsets off. And Caroline's like, what is happening right now?
I'm so sorry for that.
But like we said, like it happens in the car. It happens every time I hear it.
I just can't control myself. I hear my voice and I want to...
like, no.
I'm done.
Who is that artist, by the way? I'm on a Netflix. Yeah.
AJR, I think. Okay. My brother used to be obsessed with them in high school, but now apparently a lot of people make fun of them, so he doesn't listen to them anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not cool of him. Stand your ground, bro.
Who cares what other people think?
Exactly. That's what I did. That's all well, I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
Any chit chat going on in our chat?
Erin said, happy 30th to your son and happy full circle to you, Chris.
Thank you.
And my mom says that she can't stand the song either.
Nice.
And Deacon
Karina,
said...
we got this. The mutual dislike of that song.
And Deacon said, yep, it's AJR.
Okay.
I like AJR. They're fun. Let's go out with a bang. Bang, bang, bang. Here we go.
You know what? If you can do something, enjoy it, and make money...
Yeah.
Hey, or like what we're doing, something we enjoy and not make money. Still, yay.
Still, yay. I mean, if anyone wants to, buy us a coffee. I'm kidding. I don't drink coffee. I don't know where that
Or how about
from.
hire us? Like, you guys would make a great podcast. Come over to our podcast group.
Come steal us, guys.
Yeah, come steal us. We would not mind being stolen.
We love you, Harper.
And that's how we feel about that. Speaking of Harper, can I have the PSA book? Yeah.
You said I still love AJR. What are you even saying, dog? Why are you calling me dog? First of all, that's rude. Oh. Second of all, I didn't know that. You never listened to them. Third of all, Hullabaloo?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Mind reader.
Actually, do you want to read it? Because I can't read it.
Yeah.
It's too dark and I forgot my glasses. And you have yours.
Oh my god, they can't fit with these headsets. Are you currently... Oh, wait, I just can't read in general. Are you a currently enrolled Harper student? Attend Harper Hullabaloo to meet representatives from Harper student clubs, organizations, and campus departments. Participate, this is not doing anything for me, in fun activities, take some pics at a photo op, and enjoy a free snack while making connections and new friends at this exciting outdoor event. This event is on Tuesday, September 10th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the Harper Quad. For more info...
The award-winning reading of this promo is not happening today.
Listen, for more information, visit harpercollege.edu/happenings.
Yes, Hullabaloo is an annual event. It is a lot of fun, and we will be there on the quad. So stop by, say hi, and talk to us about your interest in being part of WHCM. You don't have to be on-air personality. We have several roles here that you can participate in. As I ruined the PSA book.
I am pretty sure that is where I found out Harper had a radio station and where I joined. And I was terrified because there was someone, I don't know who it, to this day, I have no idea who this is. I've never seen him ever again. I think that he was closing up because nobody else was out there. He was bringing stuff back in. And I was like, oh yeah, maybe I'll like do behind the scenes. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just tired of like sitting alone in my room. I needed to make friends. My parents were getting sick of me. And then I walked in the station and Ashley, our former general manager, was like, I love your shirt. And of course I was wearing a Taylor Swift shirt. And I was like, thanks. And then she showed me how to work everything. And she's like, okay, cool. So you'll do your radio test at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. And I was like, what? No, I don't want to be on air. But of course, I can't say no. So I was like, okay. And then it went, it happened. And then I met Chris, and the rest is history.
Lots of history. Awards, multiple shows.
Penn Badgley. Yeah, crazy stuff. So even if you're terrified and you suck at speaking in general, I think I just proved that. Step outside your comfort zone, and you never know what'll happen.
Always step outside your comfort zone.
Yes,
it's so worth it.
Yes, even when you are like terrified.
And sometimes stepping out of your comfort zone is waking up and going, today I'm going to go out to breakfast. Like I'm just going to go out in public and have breakfast.
Yeah.
Like by myself or maybe with a friend. Sometimes that's out of your comfort zone. And
absolutely.
Other people might not appreciate it, but we do. We understand comfort zones can be very small. And so to step out of them are just baby steps. So do that. In fact, that can be our message. I was looking at my phone. I saved a message. But
yeah, you did.
But I like that one.
Oh, I still...
No.
I'm so sorry. You were telling me about this like the other day.
I know. I can't find it. So I don't know what it was. Because, of course, my brain works like that.
Mine doesn't work at all, so it's fine.
So yeah, step out of your comfort zone. That's our thought for the week is do something, even if it's a baby step. It doesn't take much sometimes. There's been times, I'm trying to think of something I did recently where I was stepping out of my comfort zone and it was literally like going, okay, I'm going to drive here and go to this store.
Oh, I was going to say, was it to come to my house?
The first time, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
The first time, it was big, like, okay, will they like me? Will they hate me?
Oh, I know. Coming to your house, I was like, oh my God, the cats are going to hate me.
You found that not to be correct.
No, the cats are amazing. My mom said now Chris's family with a heart emoji.
Aww. All right, well, I think it is about that time, and we don't want to go over in the replays anyway.
So true. So do something, no matter how small it may seem, to outsiders out of your comfort zone.
Yep. Have a great rest of the week and a great weekend and a great everything, and keep it tuned to WHCM.
88.3 FM, Harper College.
And in the middle of the night, I may watch you go.